So we almost finished editing this picture, but there's one more little thing that I want to show you. And I want to show you how you can colorize a picture. A picture is not finished until you colorize it, right? So this is what I call a signature color, because I almost do this on every picture. Of course, I have different results because all my images have differences because I shoot in different locations, or the model has different skin tones, or I use a different kind of lighting. But I introduced this into my workflow, and now I'm going to show it to you. Going back on our project, what I do after we save the picture, let's go again, copy, merge, paste, and we're gonna call it again base final layer. And we're gonna work our color layers on top of this. And I'm gonna show you two effects that is gonna work well with our image, and you'll get to choose which one you like in the end. I'm gonna make two duplicates of this image. The one, I'm gonna call it soft light, and the one I'm gonna call it desaturated. And this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna create a black and white layer, create a clipping mask on top of my desaturated layer, and this layer I'm gonna change the blending mode, as the name said, on soft light. And look at this effect. If you like it, but I doubt, you can leave it like this, but this is a way that I make my colors look a little bit softer and warmer. All right, so I'm gonna lower my opacity around 12% onto this image, and soft light around 20%. I create a group that I'm calling soft light. And now look at this. A little bit more contrast and a little bit more desaturated and soft. And on top of this, what I like to do is to pick one of my favorite swatches, and this is a beige one that I'm gonna fill the whole picture with it. Then I'm gonna change the blending modes to color, and then I'm gonna turn the opacity down at 0%, and then I'm gonna increase it. And now on top of this, I think I want to be a little bit more highlighted. I'm gonna click on this finger button here, and with this one you can go on any part and increase the curves. Also set my curve adjustment to 50%. I think I'm going to decrease my opacity here. It works well in a fashion editorial, in a fashion lookbook. It looks cool, it looks warm, it looks polished, but maybe you want something a little bit more colored. All right, let me show you another one. Let's group this layer and I'm gonna call it color effect 1. I have different swatches here, like this one, that I might paint, and this one that I'm also gonna paint on top. And let's play with our greens a little bit, because I'm thinking about putting a little bit of green into the shadows of this picture. I'm gonna put this around here. We're gonna use this on the highlights and this on the shadows, and this I think we're gonna use it on a overlay layer. Let's see how it is. If we change our blending modes to overlay, or should we go on a soft light? Okay, let's go on a soft light with this. But turn the opacity to 0% and then increase it a little bit, around 10%. Then I'm gonna move this to hard light. We're also gonna make it available only on the darker areas. So double click on it, move this white point holding Alt and click. And as you can see, we are modifying this, and this underlying green will show up only on our dark areas. And then we're gonna lower our opacity, bring it up a little bit. And now we want a little bit of pink into the highlights. And now we're gonna do the same. We're gonna go with this on overlay. Okay, I think overlay is gonna work better. Hold the Alt key or the option on the Mac and move the pointer into the right. And as you can see, our color remains into the highlight and into the lighter area of our image. Decrease the opacity. I think on 20% is good. Now we have one more color effect. And I'm going to show you one more trick. If you want to give it some 70s vibe from 70s fashion magazine, I'm going to show you another trick. Go into selective color, and here with the selective color layer you can enter different colors into the reds, yellows or greens, but I'm gonna choose blacks, and then I'm gonna push some magenta into our blacks, just like this. This is too much. Bring that pointer down. And now, look at this. Now we have a second color effect. Maybe turn down the opacity a little bit with this one. Okay. Let's group this layer again. Call it color effect 2. Let's make this also purple. And here we are, one effect or the second one. I think on the second one, what also you can do is to put another hue and saturation layer on top And I think you can increase the saturation a little bit. Yep, that's it. Now look at this. This is one effect or the second one. And this way, using solid colors and the blending modes, you can go to different color styles. I show you something that we missed, and I just waited to finish with colors. As you can see here on the model's finger, it has a ring mark, and I think we should address this now. Let's just not leave the picture with this problem. Let's see if we can fix it. As you can see, I'm using a healing brush. Oh, that's good. I bet you didn't notice it. So here we are. Now that we also finish with our color effects, what I do at the final step before exporting our image, I crop my image and I try to compose my image as best as possible. If I'm not sure, I'm not normally crop directly, but I can go with my rectangular marquee tool, select the fixed ratio, and let's say I want a 3:4 aspect of an image. So let's see. Or what else I can do is to do something like this. Invert my selection and then paint with black the outer area, and then hitting Ctrl T, I can move this crop around until I am satisfied. And what I think looks the best is, I think I want to crop it like this, maybe a little bit, or like this, getting rid of this white part. Yeah, I think this looks good. Also, as you can see, we have the model eyes at the intersection of our rule of third line. If you want to play safe, stick with the rule of thirds. And as you can see, this image respects the rule of thirds, and the interest point is at the intersection of these lines. After this, you can click OK, but I'm not going to do that because I'm going to save this picture for you to have it as a Photoshop format. But I'm going to rename it as a crop. You can crop it later, no worries.